Tank. Question number 1. When your cargo tank has baffles, what handling effect do you expect? Handling effect. There will be less side-to-side surge, or less front-to-back surge, or more slow surge than quick surge. Baffles, those are special separations inside of the tank, and they separate the tank into different compartments from front to back, and that's why they would and they also have holes inside of them. But the purpose of baffles is to prevent front to back surge, because again, baffles, they separate the tank into several compartments from front to back, and they prevent front to back surge of the fluids, of the liquids inside. So the right answer is B. They prevent front to back. You just need to know what the baffles are. Question number 2. If you are driving a tanker and need to steer quickly to avoid a hazard, what you need to do if you need to steer quickly while driving tanker? Definitely the right answer is B. You should not apply the brakes while turning. Common sense. It applies to the case when you drive any vehicle. If you need to steer quickly, avoid applying brakes while turning. Okay, it's again, it applies to any vehicle, and especially to the tank vehicle. Okay. Number 3. Which of these is the best way to take a curve? Again, all you need to remember is that tanker vehicle is more difficult to operate, and that's why the answer is A. You need to slow to the safe speed before entering, and then accelerate slightly through the curve. What can help you to find the right answer here is the word before. Everything needs to be done before.
Yeah, we know this from general knowledge.
Yeah, it's the same logic which you used answering general knowledge, any other set of questions. Okay, before entering, and then accelerate slightly. Question number 4. Hauling liquids in tankers requires special care for 2 reasons. One reason is given. One reason is blank center of gravity. What kind of center of gravity the tank vehicle has? It has high center of gravity. Okay, one of the reasons why tankers require special care is the high center of gravity. Again, it's obvious. You cannot distribute the liquid close to the ground. Okay, and the center of gravity in tank vehicle always will be high. Okay, empty trucks. You need to complete the statement. What empty trucks can do, or what the characteristic they require: greater stopping distance than full ones. You see, this question even will ask you not about the tank, just about the general consideration. And you should be familiar with this answer from general knowledge section. Empty trucks require greater stopping distance than full ones because on empty trucks they are not pressed to the ground, and you cannot use the power of brake system and suspension system. Empty trucks, greater stopping.
Always pay attention to our keywords.
Question number 6. An emergency forces you to stop your tanker quickly or crash. You should. What should you do if you have to stop? Otherwise you would crash. Definitely you need to use controlled or step braking. Again, You're probably familiar with this answer from general knowledge section, from air brake section, from combination vehicle section. It also applies here. Whenever you are in an emergency situation, use controlled or step braking to prevent your wheels to be locked.
And keep on a straight line.
Yep. Question number 7. Side-to-side surge can cause, again obvious, what could cause side-to-side, from side to side? Roll over. It starts rocking your vehicle from side to side, and it could be easily turned over. Question number 8. You should be extremely cautious when driving smooth bore tanks without baffles, without any separations inside. So you have to be extremely cautious when driving smooth bore tanks, especially when you are, right answer is starting or stopping. You need to remember that if you have your tank without baffles, without bulkhead, smooth tank, you should be extremely cautious, anytime definitely, but especially when starting or stopping the vehicle. Good. Question number 9. You are driving a tanker truck and the front wheels begin to skid. Which of these is most likely to occur? Right answer is A. You will continue in a straight line and keep moving forward no matter how much you steer. Again, this applies to any vehicle and definitely applies to tanker vehicle, to tanker truck. If it begins to skid, you will continue in a straight line and keep moving forward. Doesn't matter how much you would steer. Okay? Straight line if it goes into the skid. Question number 10. You are driving on a clear night. You must dim your headlights from high to low. You should adjust your speed so that you can stop within the distance you can see ahead. Again, this question applies to any vehicle. It's common sense. If you need to adjust your speed, definitely you need to adjust it in the way so you can see in the distance. You can stop in the distance you can see ahead. Okay. Question number 11. You should know the outage needed for the liquids you carry because right answer is C. Some liquids expand more than others when they get warm. Just remember, outage, that's how the different fluids, liquids expand when they get warm, and definitely, obviously, some liquids expand more, some liquids expand less. That's why you need to know the outage, and that's one of the reasons why the tank should not be filled completely. Because if they expand when they get warm, you would be in problem. So some liquids expand more, and that's what outage is. Question number 12. When should the driver of a tanker that has lost its brakes use a truck escape ramp? Obviously, always, and not only a tanker driver, but any vehicle driver. You should use, if you lose your brakes power, you should use escape ramp always. Question number 13. If an oncoming vehicle drifts into your lane, what should you do? Move to your right. Again, these questions, you answered this question in general notes section, in any other sections. The safest way to do in this situation is move to your right. Question number 14. Which of these statements about stopping distance and speed is true? Okay, you need to read all given options, but the right answer is C. Wet roads can double stopping distance at any speed. In these particular questions, you need to pay attention to each given option. Total stopping distance is how far you will travel after the brakes are applied. No, total stopping distance is not what is said. It's it's longer than that, because after you apply the brakes, it's just effective braking distance. If you increase the speed from 20 to 40, the stopping distance will be 4 times longer, and that's why we are left with only one option. Wet roads can double stopping distance at any speed. You may just memorize this fact, that on the wet roads, stopping distance at any speed is doubled. Question 15. Traffic emergency requires you to escape to the shoulder or roadside. If possible, coast down to how many miles per hour before using your brakes. Again, familiar question, 20 miles per hour. If possible, you should try to coast down to 20 miles per hour, to decrease your speed to 20 miles per hour before using the brakes. Question number 16. When you load the small tanks or a cargo tank equipped with bulkheads, you should check your distribution. Okay, again, remember, bulkheads and baffles, those are two types of equipment which are used to separate the inside of your tank. Baffles, they do have holes and fluid circulates through them. Bulkheads do not have holes. So with bulkheads, you need to pay particular attention to weight distribution, because again, a fluid inside of the tank is prevented to circulate freely. Question 17. Baffles in liquid cargo tanks do not usually prevent what kind of surge? Side-to-side surge. Again, both baffles and bulkheads, they prevent front-to-back surge, but they are not able to prevent side-to-side surge. And side-to-side surge, well, may rock the vehicle, the tank, and cause the rollover. Question 18. What does liquid surge do to the handling of a tanker? Surge, handling of a tanker. It makes it roll easier. We just discussed this. It makes it roll easy. Question is not correct.
No, we're gonna get back to this question.
It can move the truck in the direction the liquid's waves move. Okay, good example. We answer it wrong. So the program advises us no, correct answer is C. The liquid surge can move the truck in the direction the liquid's waves move. Question number 19. The best way to take a curve is to slow to safe speed before entering the curve, and then do what as you go through it? Accelerate. That's the proved safest way to go through the curves. You slow before and then accelerate slightly as you go through it. Question 20. You are driving on a clear night with your low beam lights on. If your headlights let you see about 250 feet ahead of you, you should adjust your speed so that you can stop within about how many feet? Okay, guys, 250, definitely. If you see within 250 feet, definitely, the answer is 250. Which of these statements about emergency steering is true? 3 given options, and again, you need to go through all of them. Quick steering movement should only be done with the wheels locked. Wrong. You never do anything with the wheels locked. You simply wouldn't be able to operate. If an oncoming driver drifts into your lane, a move to your right may be the best. That's the good answer. And you can almost always stop more quickly than you can turn. Also wrong, because you can almost always can turn more quickly than to stop. Again, that's the only option which is logical, and it is correct. If an oncoming driver drifts into your lane, move to your right may be the best. Question number 22. Hauling liquids in tank vehicles requires special care for two reasons. One of the reasons is liquid movement. There was another question and about one reason. That's the second reason. So special care is required because of movement of the liquid, which by the way has a high center of gravity. Not extreme weight, not an even expansion, even though they do play a role in special care. But most important reason is movement of the liquid. Question number 23. How would you expect a truck with a baffled cargo tank to handle on the road? Again, remind you, baffled, that's the tank with separations inside, and how it is to handle on the road. There will be less front to back surge than there is in tanks without baffles, which makes your job a little bit easier. It's handled more confidently. Okay, so baffled cargo tank, there will be less front to back surge than there is in tanks without baffles. Question number 24. Except when you loading or unloading cargo tank, the liquid discharge valve should be always, of course, should be closed. You don't even have to be a specialist in the liquid handling. You just apply, again, common sense. If you're not loading or unloading, what the discharge valve should be always closed. Question number 25. Which of the statement about tank vehicle is true? Again, you need to read all of them. Fully loaded tank vehicle take longer to stop than empty. Oh, probably wrong. We already know that empty vehicle requires longer stopping distance, right? B, you should use only the emergency brakes to stop. Well, there is no such a brakes as an emergency brakes. Emergency system, yes, but not the brakes. And C, the posted speed for a curve may be too fast for a tank vehicle. That's it is. For you as a tanker driver, the posted speed on a road, on a curve, may be too fast for you. Because again, tank vehicles are more prone to roll over because of fluid, of liquid. So
slow down 5-10 miles.
Slow down. Okay, because the posted, do not trust the posted speed limit when you drive a tank vehicle. Question number 26. When transporting tanker, you should inspect the cargo within the first how many miles of the trip? Good question. You need just to know that 50 miles after the beginning of the trip, you should stop and do a walk-around inspection and check your vehicle. Okay, after 50 miles. Question number 27. Before loading or unloading, before the tanker, the first thing you should do is inspect the vehicle. Before loading or unloading, again, that's the common sense. Before doing something, what you need to do to make sure everything is correct, inspect the vehicle, and then secure all the parts. Question number 28. When inspecting the pipes, connections, and hoses for leaks, pay special attention to Well, definitely pay special attention to joints. You are expecting connections, the other word joint, so that's what you need to pay special attention to. Synonyms, connections, joints. Question number 29. Portable tanks are. What are portable tanks? Not allow it to carry loads that are more than 1,000 gallons. No, the answer is wrong. That's a good example of how tricky those questions could be, even they might be seem easy. Portable tanks are called portables because they are attached to the vehicle, and how many gallons is not important. The characteristic of a portable tanks are that they can only be loaded. Okay, bulk containers which are not permanently attached. That's what you need to pay attention to. So portable tanks are called portable because they are not permanently attached. Okay, we'll return to this question and talk about it again. Question number 30. Vehicle skids are often caused by, okay, we know that driving too fast. It applies to any type of vehicle, okay, easy. Question number 31. If you steer tank vehicle too quickly while braking, never do that, but if you do, what's gonna happen? Make your vehicle to roll over. Again, it could happen with any type of vehicle, especially dangerous could be with the tank vehicle. If you steer and brakes, make the vehicle to roll over. Question number 32. Which of the statement about emergency steering and tankers is true? Again, we need to read all of them. Tanker easier to come to steer than most of the vehicle. Wrong. We already agreed the tanker is more difficult to come to steer. When making quick steering movement, do not apply the brakes. That could be a case. Right answer. Let's read the third one. The clutch should be depressed before making a quick steering movement. No, that doesn't make any sense. So the right answer is B. When making quick steering movement, do not apply to the brakes. Okay, let's see. Good. Do not apply to the brakes when steering. Question number 33. Baffled liquid tanks have bulkheads. You need to complete the statement. So the bulkheads that separate the liquids from different areas of the tanks. Again, you need to remember the principal difference between the baffles and bulkheads. Both of them prevent front to back surge, not side to side. But both of them separate the liquid from different areas of the tanks, and the difference that baffles, they do have holes, bulkheads do not. So baffled liquids, the right answer to this question would be B, that separate the liquids from different areas of the tanks. Again, bulkheads, they do not have holes that flow through them. So we'll try to read it again, this question. Let's see. There were 33 questions and we made 3 mistakes. Well, we still passed, but let's go through the questions with wrong answer, which is recommended for you to do anytime. What does liquid surge do to the handling of a tanker? Okay, we answer it first. I answer it. It makes it roll easier. Now we remember that the right answer is C in this case. It can move the truck in the direction the liquid waves move, and as a result of that, it makes it roll easier. Okay, good. Now 29, that's also the question we made a mistake. And portable tanks, again, remember guys, how many gallons you can hold doesn't matter. What is important, that portable tanks, those are containers which are not permanently attached to the trucks. You could load them attached or not attached, but they are not permanently attached. And question 33. Now you probably remember the difference between baffled and bulkheads. Baffled liquid tanks, they those are bulkheads with holes in them that let liquid fluid to circulate flow through them and make weight distribution more even. Okay, good. Now, well, we got 100%, and now you can get back to main menu and do all questions again, or repeat again the wrong answer question. Okay, thank you so much, and good luck.